A few days ago, we got you the story of the world's happiest countries. We told you how Finland has been crowned the world's happiest nation, and this has happened for the 6th year in a row. But are these so-called happiest countries truly happy? What then explains the fact that the happiest countries also see the highest consumption of antidepressants? Let me break it all down for you. First things first, how do we know which are the world's happiest countries, you wonder? Well, the UN publishes the happiness report every year. It ranks the countries on their happiness based on 6 factors. This includes social support, income, health, freedom, generosity, and absence of corruption. And Finland came out on top. Now, it may not be the biggest or the most powerful nation in the world, but it has plenty to offer that other countries do not. You see, the country has a well-functioning democracy and low levels of corruption. And by the way, Finland is not the only happy Nordic country. Denmark came in at number 2, followed by Iceland at number 3. Israel bumped Switzerland out of the number 4 spot, and the Netherlands once again came in at number 5. But you know what's really interesting? The happiest countries are also some of the biggest consumers of antidepressants. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, between 2000 and 2020, the consumption of antidepressants increased nearly 2.5 times across Europe. Iceland was at the top spot. Sweden and Norway were next. Finland and Denmark were among the top 10. Iceland, by the way, was the 2nd happiest country in the world in 2020, and it has the highest antidepressant consumption in Europe. Which brings me to my bigger point here. Are the parameters to gauge how happy a country is good enough? Are they sufficient? Then what explains the fact that the happiest countries also consume the most antidepressants? Isn't this, at the end of the day, all about safeguarding mental health? Is that the secret sauce to happiness? Because clearly, the data does not indicate that the happier people are, the less they consume antidepressants. In fact, the Finnish people themselves have talked about how the measures to judge how happy a country really is do not account for aspects like loneliness. And after all, isn't happiness subjective? Is it really fair to gauge it on the basis of such broad parameters, which might not take into account the ground reality? You see, happiness means different things to different people. And the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us about the importance of safeguarding our mental well-being and the growing need to raise awareness about mental health-related issues. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.